3 of the MBC, and for this one I am gonna do a builder because we're bringing some pretty interesting sets. We are going against Palafin, which not a very good thing to go against. My team's very weak to it, so I mean, just in general, the other team's just very offensive, so I figured if I can guard against it, let's go all out offense, and I think it's a pretty good, or interesting at least, and sets and stuff that I'm bringing, so let's get right into it. Alright everyone, we're gonna go into the builder, and I know what this looks like, okay? Hear me out. I've been going down on views, so I figure I need to do something about it. This is just to keep your attention off of here, okay? It's not that bad, okay? Come on. Alright, you can see the team over here that we're facing. Pretty scary. I pretty much lose to Palafin if it's like bulk up taunt, like jet punch, drain punch, that type of stuff. Torterra can also win because he can Terra and shell smash and stuff. So I figure if we can cover defensively, we're just gotta go all out attack. So we're going with lead Sylveon, dual screens, hyper voice so we can do damage. At first I was Mist Explosion, but turns out it's actually pretty weak. So it's better to just keep the hyper voice going, and if I want to switch I got Battle Pass. This is not supposed to last too long anyway. Should be down in like the first like 5 turns at most, because I got screens going. So what are the screens for? Who's gonna set up? We got Wobble, Sword Sense 3 attacks. I want it to be a ruse so badly, but there's a Scream Tail over there which can D-Wave, Anchor, all of that stuff. It's not very pleasant. And I feel like I wanted to like maybe be Taunt and Ruse and stuff like that. I gotta be 3 attacks. The other setup mod that we're running Moon, benefits from Ice Spinner, because if I can kill Noivern, then Roaring Moon has a better chance of sweeping, because I don't have to get the Dragon Dance, because we're booster attack, we're not booster speed. And vice versa, if I can kill Noivern, then this doesn't have to worry too much about getting the speed with Aqua Step. Not like that's too hard, I mean, I just gotta click one move. But, I gotta get the SD and the Aqua Step to win. Speaking of Roaring Moon, we're running 3 attacks DD, booster attack. Oh, by the way, Quabble and Roaring Moon, both of them, they never die behind screens to Iron Hands or Scream Tail. Even outside of screens, Quabble's bulky enough to take it. But yeah, we're going with Knockoff, Earthquake, and Iron Head. Knock into Iron Head always kills. Scream Tail actually doesn't take 2 of these if the attack's up, booster attack. EQs for the annoying ones like Iron Hands and Arcanine and Quillfish and that stuff. Those are our sweepers. Then we got Scarf on Gengar, just in case. Ghost is pretty good here, except for like Quillfish. But like, we're modest, we can actually wear it down pretty easily. We got Trick in case there's like setup Screen Tail or something like that. Sucker Punch. Alright, hear me out. You see that there's a Torterra, right? I can lose if it shell smashes twice. However, I have a Pokemon right here that can leave it pretty weak, and I can actually kill it with Sucker Punch if it happens to go for shell smash twice. If it only goes for 1, I should beat it with another guy here. And yeah, Thunderbolt for Palafin, which I do die to Jet Punch if it's what invested. So we're gonna go with Indeedee. Indeedee is here mainly for Palafin, because if it's that setup set that I'm thinking about, I can, I'm immune because of terrain, and we're Terra Psychic, Twisted Spoon, just big damage. It's actually pretty hard to switch into this. Even like Scream Tail and like Goldango take a lot. Quillfish will be one of the things that are a little like pretty good switch-ins, I guess. Between this and Gengar, we can probably get rid of Quillfish, and then one of them can win. So yeah, 3 attacks Healing Wish for the setup sweepers in case one of them is like too weakened and I still need it. Healing Wish it up. And here we got Mirror Herb, Corviknight. This is mainly for Torterra. if not almost exclusively for it. I don't kill it if I copy the Shell Smash. I mean, there's a chance I do, but considering it's Draft League, there's probably gonna be some HP on that Torterra. I don't know. But yeah, Brave Bird, Power Trip, Bulka Roost. Bulka Roost just because if Torterra doesn't come, I would like to at least be useful. So, I mean, all in all, I think we can copy some boost here and there if it's like Scream Tail or even Goldengo Nasty Play, which we don't use it, but it means that we can do more damage with Power Trip. And of course, even Iron Hands if it's like SD or something like that. If we already have a couple bulk ups on, then we can beat it. And that's gonna be the team. Definitely a weird one with, I mean, look at these two together, it's like, but anyways, that's gonna be the team. Alright, we're gonna get into the battle. As you can see, no Palafin and no Torterra, which I was very happy but also kind of scared because what I see on my screen is also pretty, I mean, oh, all those guys are so scary, dude. But anyway, Cleaver, interesting. I mean, I'm always leading Sylveon, right? But seeing what's going on here, I'm expecting that the Cleaver could maybe be a lead. The other lead could be like maybe, obviously like Noivern to just get the U-turn off. Like I said, doesn't exactly matter because Sylveon's always gonna be the lead here. Ryogonal makes sense because I have Mamoswine. Her team's actually pretty weak to Mamoswine, so yeah. But yeah, all in all, it looks pretty defensive. That's something that I realized as soon as I saw it. I should commentary, but I'm doing my best to be genuine and stuff. I was surprised when I saw it. So, lead Cleaver. Here I'm thinking a couple things. It could be Scarf, it could be Choice Band or something like that. But since it's a lead, I'm expecting a Scarf or maybe like Sash, you know, to get the rocks and stuff. Most likely going to outspeed me. I am timid, but I'm not max, and even if I was, this is faster. So I'm just skulking here to see what the possible item is on this. I get a Stone X. It's not banded. Banded wouldn't kill me, but it would do a lot more. So I can get a screen up here. Now I can get another one because I always take the next hit. Unless I get like crit, of course. Here I'm looking at the team, you know, trying to figure out what I'm gonna set up. It's looking pretty straightforward. Both Roaring Moon and Quaquaval can come in here pretty easily. I just gotta get my other screen and probably chip the Cleaver. My light screen. Actually gonna Source Sense. Now this is pretty spooky. If it has Aerial Ace, Quaquaval can take one, but I would prefer be healthy with Quaquaval, which is why I can Battle Pass here. I just have to attack. It goes for Trailblaze. I of course have a Scarf Gengar in the back, but this is still pretty annoying because it means I can't just go into my setup sweepers because now the Cleaver's faster and I really need the HP on them. So I'm just gonna let the Sylveon go down here. Look at my screens are up. And like I said, I have to go Gengar. It's wasting screens, but there's not a whole lot I can do. Cleaver's just really strong. And at +2, it's basically negating my screens. I use Shadow Ball. There's no Ghost Receipts on the other team, so this is a pretty free play. Down goes Cleaver. Definitely did his job. The rocks, pressured, and even killed my Sylveon. So both leads are down. I can already tell that we're both running offense, which I love offense matches, but I also hate them. For obvious reasons. But yeah. You are setting up with Gengar. Like I said, there's no Ghost Resist, so this is an awkward position to be in. That being said, there are things that can take on the Shadow Ball. Just with natural bulk. Gengar looks so weird now. He goes into the far right. I'm guessing the joke here is the Snowflake. That has to be the joke, right? That's pretty funny. But yeah, here I gotta switch because Gengar's doing like no damage to this thing. I am modest, but that's also a Cryogonal, so yeah. I'm just skulking a couple things. Yeah, I'm noticing the damage just doesn't make any sense to stay in. I'm just gonna go Corviknight. There's no Torterra, so I can be a little bit more carefree with Corviknight. I don't exactly need it. It's still a Corviknight, so I'm gonna try to use it. So I got Screams. She actually goes for her own Screams here. And that did throw me off. I mean, I don't know if I forgot Cryogonal. I've never seen it, I'm gonna be honest. But I mean, look at it. It perfectly looks like a mon that learns Screams, right? I just didn't think about it. It makes perfect sense. So it's going to Terra into Electric. Again, I was expecting Electric probably. The other types would also work, but Electric's just fine. This thing is just here for like Mamoswine and also getting Screams, as you can see. But Ice Electric is just hard for my team, you know? They get up a bulk up, little bulk up, got Screams up, so even Terra Blast wouldn't do that much. Look at that Cryogonal, doesn't it look cool? The Terra, the little light bulb, I like it. Yeah, I can just get another bulk up. Like I said, Terra Blast is just gonna bounce. Well, it didn't bounce that much. Turns out this is an offensive Screams Cryogonal. Pretty good bring. Like I said, I was not expecting this. My Reflex off, so my Light Swing's gonna go off next. So I need to Roost. But yeah, really cool set, seriously. In comes Iron Hands. I am +2, right? So I never die to anything that this can go for. And here I'm very hopeful. Because if you're Screams and you bring Iron Hands, I'm guessing you're going to set up in some way. Maybe Swords Dance or Iron Defense, so I just bulk up again to see what happens. Guys, Iron Hands clicks, Belly Drum. And it drops my Mirror Herb. So now I am +6 attack, +3 defense. Yeah, this is very good. I would love to have Screams right now. But you know, that happened, so I can't, you know, choosers can be beggars. It happened, I have to make the most out of it. I'm just going to Brave Bird the Iron Hands now that I'm +6 attack. And even through Screams, it's just way too much. I am max attack. I'm not adamant though, but you know. Stab, base 120 move. I mean, come on. +6. So yeah, Corviknight gets a kill with the Mirror Herb. I'm so glad it worked, despite there not being a Torterra on the field. Because that's what this was supposed to do. Looking into this, I was worried that I wouldn't use the Mirror Herb at all, and Corviknight would be useless. But I was thinking also, like, if it's Scream Tails, like Calm Mind or stuff like that, I can still make use of it. So I was hopeful when I didn't see Torterra, but it is just for Torterra. So here comes this thing. This dies to Power Trip. in the calc, I don't know the exact spread, obviously, but the calc was saying 180 base. I mean, 180% minimum. True screens, yeah, it's, I don't know, it's +6, it makes sense. Here, I'm just gonna look at my status to make sure that I am +6, +3. Looking at the screens and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I probably just need to attack this to prevent screens going up later. Because I can't really kill this with anything. I mean, Roaring Moon, I guess, but... this is an annoying mod. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Terra Blast does a lot, but it doesn't kill me. Because I am pretty bulky. And Power Trip sends this to hell. And that's 2 kills for Mirror Earth Corviknight. Let's go! I'm so happy this worked, even though there's no Torterra. Corviknight's one of my favorite draft mons. It's just so versatile. But yeah, in comes Noivern. Hazards are up, and there's no way for me to take them off. There's no point in switching. I'm just looking at the options I have. You always have to do that in case you choke. Just make sure you know what's in the back. But yeah, I need to sack my Corviknight here. It doesn't do anything anymore. Because who knows? Maybe they go for a U-turn. Right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Nah, but it's... anything they click should kill me, except for, of course, the U-turn. But you don't click U-turn here ever. I'm +3. Yeah, I'm taking a while because I know what to do, so I'm like talking for the next turns. Because when Corviknight goes down, something has to replace it, right? So I'm just going to Power Trip. Probably should have Breaker just in case, but it doesn't matter. It's so down goes Corv. And here I'm thinking a couple things. It goes the Reflect. And it has to be Gengar, right? Because there's no real switching to Ghost. But the thing is, Gengar already took damage. Took rocks. And I actually don't kill Noivern. And Noivern can kill me with Draco. So it's looking like Indeedee is actually better. Indeedee doesn't take Draco all that good either. But the thing with Draco is that you give me a free setup. So I think it's better to go Indeedee. There's no Ghost Resist on the other side, so I would like to keep Gengar as some sort of win con in late game. And here I'm just going to Terra Psychic. I'm thinking about Shadow Balling. I know there's a Goldango, but looking at the Calc, there's no reason not to Terra Psychic. It does so much damage. Of course, if this stays in, it dies. And as long as I don't die to Draco, which it's looking like I could die. I took rocks. But yeah, I'm just gonna Terra Psychic. If I die, I get a free setup. Otherwise, I get a free hit. And they switch up, right? So who's coming in? Cheese-String? That can only be Goldango, right? Yep. Use Terra Psychic. Just want to remind you guys, that's a Goldango. And there's a screen up, right? There's light screen. Just want you to think about that. Look at this psychic damage. Boom. That is insane. Get a split death drop. That does matter a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I always kill with Shadow Ball now. I can see with that damage, by the way, that this is offensive Goldango. Bulky Goldango wouldn't take that much. Goldango's pretty bulky. We all face that recover set with the Thunder Wave and stuff. Hell no. It's horrible. It's so bulky, dude. But yeah, that's obviously offensive. It took way too much. It's unfortunate though. I lose my normal typing, obviously. But I needed to Terra. It doesn't do that much damage otherwise. Gotta keep in mind there's a Scream Tail in the back, which I do want weaken. It actually clicks Endure. And this is very annoying, as you know how I'm trying to like set up and stuff, and now all my setups are gonna be slower because this endures a Blackberry. Yeah, so now this thing's faster. It's not ideal at all. And I am an Indeedee, so I will die to any hit. So I use Shadow Ball again. Yeah, like I said, losing my normal typing was pretty bad. But I needed to Terra. I needed to drop the Psychic Nuke. Here goes Indeedee. I didn't get to use him much, but it is what it is. But yeah, Gengar should claim the kill here. I'm just trying to think what's gonna happen after. Because if this goes down, there's gonna be a Noivern and a Scream Tail. Now, my setup sweepers can beat him, but I need the right conditions. Meaning I can let them take damage here at all. It has to be Gengar. And depending what they go into, I'm going to have to either go Quaquaval or Roaring Moon. The thing is, Noivern kind of forces both of them out with Hurricane and Draco. So this 3v3 is getting a little spooky, right? Even though Goldengo goes down here. Looks like me winning's not gonna be that easy, right? That's what I'm getting at. So I take Rocks again. And I use Shadow Ball as there's no switch-ins. So goes Goldengo, Cheese String. Doesn't Gengar look weird now? It's like, I don't know. Looks bigger maybe. I don't know. Something happened to him. Other than losing Levitate, of course. So unfortunate. They should give it back. I don't think it's that good anymore. Here comes Boostio. Turn the music up. But yeah, she sees I'm Scarf. I mean, she should know by now that I'm Scarf, right? And I just Shadow Ball because if this Draco, I get a free setup. And I'm trying to get some chip anyway. That way it always dies to knockoff. And at that point I just knock off with Roaring Moon. Because the Scream Tail doesn't take knockoff plus Iron Head. And if you stay in as Noivern, then you die. But it turns out the Noivern is Scarf. And down goes Gengar. Which is pretty bad, right? So here's the thing. Now that I know it's Scarf, this puts me in a very awkward spot. Because if I go Quaquaval, well, that's a full HP Noivern. And then there's a Scream Tail in the back, not to mention that this is Scarf. So I need to be +2, potentially +3. Depending on the speed tier that she has on that Noivern. So the play is actually to go Roaring Moon. I do take a Draco now. However, meaning it's Scarf, even if I Dragon Dance, I'm gonna be slower. So my only play here is to go Roaring Moon and knockoff. Like I said, there is a chance this kills. It's very low chance. And I mean it's draft league, so I'm expecting that's like putting in the call like 252. The Noivern probably has some HP, so it's most likely this will take the knockoff. The thing is, if I knock off and you stay in, you lose your Scarf and you are now -4 special attack. Meaning, if I get an Aqua Step with my Quaquaval, I'll actually be faster. And not only that, but because we're -4, Quaquaval can set up. So this is a very awkward situation. And like I said, Screamtail switches in here, it dies. It doesn't take knockoff plus Iron Head. So I am in an awkward situation, but so is she. We're both... This is offense. This is what offense is about. She stays in as a Draco. Doesn't kill me. And now it's -4. I get the knockoff. So I'm setting up for Quaquaval now. I know that Roaring Moon can't do it anymore. Thinking about switching, you know, just in case. But the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing Roaring Moon has to go down here so that Quaquaval can come in later. Yup, it's looking pretty tough. It's gonna be Quaquaval up against the world. I'm thinking about it, but switching here doesn't make a lot of sense. Because I take damage, and then there's a Screamtail back there, so I have to stay in. Not to mention, the moment I switch out, I lose my energy booster on the attack, so Screamtail can actually take my hits pretty well. So there goes another Draco, so this is -6 now. Perfect for Quaquaval. So the situation here, if you stay in, you give me Aqua Step plus Moxie. If you go Screamtail, Aqua Step's gonna mean that I'm faster, and I can hopefully beat you if you're not like Thunder Wave, of course. But I have to Aqua Step first, because if it stays in, and she doesn't, but if the Noimer stays in, I get +1/+1. Not only that, but if the Screamtail comes in, like it did here, it can anchor me on the Sword Stance, which I do not want. Get my speed up. I must speed up. I'm at max HP now. And I have to go for Sword Stance. I could Aqua Step again, predicting the Anchor, but I don't think you Anchor here, because then I just get free damage with Aqua Step. I have to do it. I have to SD. I'm +2 attack, +1 speed. I just need to get past the Screamtail. Dazzling Gleam. Just a little under half, but I got my lefties. I just need to get one hit. Can Quaquaval take it? Are the lefties enough? I Aqua Step. He's in range of the next one. Get my speed up again. Dazzling Gleam doesn't knock me out because Quaquaval is amazing. That's going to be game. I am +2 speed, +2 attack. I will kill this Screamtail. And if you go Noivern, it's also going to die. Goes the Aqua Step. Down goes Screamtail. Another speed. And a Moxie. I get lefties again. Not that it matters, but that's gonna be game. That's how Quaquaval came in clutch. Here comes Noivern. Risking my lefties. It don't matter. You've seen them. And I can Aqua Step again. That's it. Quaquaval. Oh my god. Crit just to rub it in. You nasty, nasty Quaquaval. Yep. That's gonna be game against Ellie. Good game to you. GG. I mean, seriously, I loved pretty much every set. No, not pretty much. All of them, really. I think you brought a lot of cool things. The battle itself was so much fun. Stressful, but fun. And let me find out if my opponent has YouTube and stuff. If she does, it will be linked. Otherwise, well, it obviously won't be there if it doesn't exist. But if she has one, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like on her side if she posts it or whatever she does. And See you next time. Goodbye.